I've been car camping, overlanding, and now van lifing, I guess, for a long time. And if there's one thing, well, not just one thing, but one of the things that I would say I would never go without in one of my vehicles, and maybe it's just because I'm a little overly spoiled now, but I would say is a fridge, and specifically a dual zone, so that you've got a fridge and freezer capability. And now that I've got this one, an extra large one is pretty epic. What's cracking? I'm Dylan from DIY Overdrive. Welcome to the channel. I want to start by thanking Bodega for sending us this fridge. We're extremely grateful, and it's worked great for us so far. We've had it on and running for about a month now. We were gone for 2 weeks on a road trip to Canada. We went through Glacier, Banff, back through Yellowstone, and it was really an amazing trip. And this is something that is pretty essential for any type of long-term traveling vehicle. You could do a cooler with ice, but then you got to deal with draining it, getting new ice, and if you're on the road, on the go, the last thing you want to be thinking about is ice. So, and there's a couple ways that you can power this, which we'll get into in a little bit. Couple things that stood out to me about Bodega. Number one is the price. I'm a DIY guy. I'm not like a buy the most bougie, most expensive piece of gear that you could possibly find. Some people are, and that's totally fine, but I'm equally as on a budget as the rest of you, or most of the people that follow the channel. We're probably in a pretty similar boat. I just enjoy making videos, and so it gives me the opportunity to partner with some companies. But price was a huge factor. I like to be able to show off products that are both quality and affordable, and Bodega answers both of those questions. Something that's very cool about this fridge in particular is, well, it's the right size for us. It fit perfectly between our seat and the bed. It's bigger than any other fridge that we've had, which has made a tremendous impact in our ability to stay on the road longer before having to make a stop for food. But something as simple as being able to remove the door, switch sides, which, oh, can I do it here? Might be too close to the wall. Yep. But being able to pick what side the doors open on was actually made a bigger difference than I expected. I wanted to be able to have the controls over here and have the plug on this side because of access, instead of reaching over kids over there on that side. So I was able to flip the fridge around, flip the doors around, and still be able to access it appropriately, which is very, very cool. Of course, with any fridge that you put in a vehicle that is going on the road or off-road, you want to make sure it's secure. So that's why I built this stand. It's integrated as part of the bed frame, where I had to modify the bed frame to fit over the new battery box that I put in, which is another video that's coming out soon, so stay tuned. It's very snug. It's a very snug fit, so it's not going anywhere. And I designed it in a way that this fridge, even as if this van were to roll over, the fridge could only go up this high before the trim up here stops it. It physically can't remove unless some insane damage happens. But normally I would use a strap or something to strap it down. But this is, I fully trust this with how snug it is and how it just can't come out unless you unscrew this thing from the floor and from the bed and from the wall. So that was how I decided to secure it for this application. Once I had it in, there's a couple different ways that you can plug this thing in. The power, it's got one power port on the side over here, and you can plug it in with a 12 volt supply on vehicle, which is just, you know, one of these sockets here, which there's pros and cons to that. I installed one of those sockets here with a switch on it, and you could use that. I don't want to have to think about switching it on and off here. And you could also run it off of your vehicle, which is okay. It's just that it's only going to be powered while the vehicle is on. So that's why I do recommend, if you've got a fridge like this, run it off of an auxiliary power system like I've got below me. And again, I've got a whole video coming very soon on how I created that box down there with all the power supply inside it. So there's a couple ways to power it. It also does come with AC. So if you've got an inverter plugged into your vehicle or an inverter built into your vehicle, I know some people run them off of the AC inverter that comes stock on a lot of newer vehicles these days. You could totally do that. Just remember to turn that inverter back on when you're driving. I created a custom Anderson cable that goes to a fuse box down inside, so that it's something that when I eventually take all this out for another purpose, you know, I made the van kind of modular. I can simply unplug it and that cable stays with the battery box down below. So it's just kind of a cool custom thing I did for being able to remove it as needed. Operating this thing is just as easy as it is to open and close it. You hit the settings button over here and it cycles between the two sides, and you can set it to whatever you want. You can have both sides being freezer or fridge freezer. You can swap each side. We have technically, you know, to us right now this is the left side, but according to the diagram this is the right side, because remember I flipped the fridge around. We've got this side is the freezer, because it's just a little bit smaller in here on this side where the compressor's at compared to this side over here. So we've got freezer and fridge. It kept our food the perfect temperature the entire trip. Also on the settings over here, the controls and everything are explained right here, and also explained in the manual right here. It's really easy to understand though. You can set it to eco or max. I've had it on max the entire time. You've got high, medium, and low, which is battery protection. So a higher battery protection will shut the fridge off before the battery percentage gets too low, because some batteries you can damage if they get too low. The batteries I have a built-in shut off, so I'm not really worried about this at all. So I just left it on medium. Connecting it to the phone was really easy. You just open up the manual here to page 13 on this one, and there's a QR code, one for Android, one for iOS. I had to block the Android one because at first on my phone the QR code took me to the Android website instead of the App Store. So once I got into the App Store, downloaded the app, I just entered guest mode, and all of the controls for this thing were right there, which was really cool. So I didn't have to come back here to check what the temperatures currently were. If I felt like something was too cold or warm, I could adjust it on the fly, because I did have it set too cold at first, so our milk started to freeze. So I just got on the app and raised it up. It's super easy and cool being able to do that from the phone. Now, Bodega has a lot of different fridges that they offer. It's not just this one, it's not just this style. So go check out their website. They've got large and small. They have extra small. I really want to get their center console one that fits right in between the seats up there, because it'd be pretty cool to just have cold beverages sitting right there next to you. They've got bigger ones than this, and so they basically, if whatever you need, for the most part they've got it when it comes to van life and overland style of travel. So go check them out. Again, the reasons I like Bodega is great price. The product is obviously solid. It works very well, and I'll be doing another a review on this probably in the next year or two, just to let you know how it's going. And also, if it's 6 months down the road, just leave me a comment asking how it's going, because we're planning to leave this in here full time, which means it's going to get a lot of use in a short period of time. So if you've got any questions, let me know in the comments below. I'm always happy to answer. And thank you all so much for watching. Consider hitting that like, subscribe, hit the bell. This is Dylan from DIY Overdrive. I'll see you on the next one.